nobody could take from us, those successes. And my freshman year, we also beat Tulsa, coached by Bill Self at that time. I think we beat them every single time we played them. We beat them in Tulsa, we beat them at home, and we beat them to win the WAC conference, which got us our berth to the NCAA tournament. So that freshman year was pretty cool, man. And Courtney was a lottery pick. Yeah. And he was one of the, at that point in my career, he was the best player I've ever seen because of his jump shot and leading the nation in scoring at Fresno State. So shout out to him, man. I learned a lot from him too. Talk about consistency, hard work. I mean, and at that point when I met him, one of the people in his sphere of influence was Michael Jordan himself. So he was getting Jordans, man, before. Like, what did you get? What are, you know what I mean? So to see a guy like that, yeah, to see a guy like that and see his level of success.
He's
in
that
college,
close to our hero, right? To the Jordan.
Like I was really amazed, and I soaked in it as much as I could, And another one that I want to shout out, who I've been recently talking to, is Nick Irvin. Nick Irvin's at Arizona State, so just being able to connect with him again is pretty cool in a full circle, because another person that I really, really respected. And his brother recruited me to Loyola Chicago when I was in high school. Yep. Mac Irvin. Yep.
In the Chicago now, and I every time I think Chicago, right, first thing I think of, obviously Melvin, Nick,
many players.
My old
Randy
teammate,
Holcomb.
Randy Holcomb, that's right. My old teammate from Davis, Rob Easton, is now the head coach at University of Chicago, Illinois, and I'm following their program all the time. Yeah. Great coach, great guy, great recruiter. I look like there are legends. Skip to my Lou, Rafer Alston that came through, right? That played with Chris,
who's also still very involved and wants to see us be successful. He'll come down to Fresno State anytime. So I think that'll be another person I think would come and sit down with you for sure, man.
Oh man, that would be amazing, right? Like would love to, because his story's so cool, because he is the. I don't want to say maybe he's not the only, because there may be some others that have pseudo done it, like Jason Williams essentially brought a little like white chocolate, brought that to the NBA degree, but really Rafer was like the first to bring street ball to the NBA.
Yeah, people benefit from the foundation of &1 to this day,
without a doubt,
which is a great thing, because it's just another lane of basketball where people could be successful.
And the reputation and watching him play and all those connections. And I've always felt so lucky to be a part of that, and I've watched some things. Chris Herren on a couple of his. I think he ran into Larry Johnson at some point, kind of off the cuff, and they connected. And he mentioned, I probably was on like a Vlad TV thing where he just said, like you play for Coach Tark, like there's just something that connects you for life, right? And I'm like, I think
you talk about connect you for life, man. I got to tell you this. So we had a preseason tournament at the Jerry Tarkanian Invitational. And, we went with our team, and we won it. We won the Jerry Tarkanian preseason invitational. And in my mind, I'm like, we better win it, because I want to, my coach's thing. I'm looking around, the silhouette of him with his towel. And so they passed out towels. The one he used to have sitting next to him on the bench. Man, I got that towel in my bag. I kept it in my bag. I'm going to keep it in my bag as long as I can. Because I'm like, that dude had that towel sitting right next to him, and it was just what it was. No one touched it. It had its own world just sitting right next to him, and he sucked that towel, man. But I kept my towel, bro, because they passed them out at the Tark Invitational. And I was like, looked at it, it's like, Jerry Tarkanian, I'm keeping this in my bag. So I always keep it in my bag.
My story with him is so funny, because, like, and by the way, I preface this with knowing I absolutely knew he was full of shit and didn't really mean this when he said this to me. But he was a coach who was trying to instill confidence, or was instilling confidence in a guy. And as you know, like I had a tremendous amount of confidence as a shooter. I was a good shooter, but shooting in that program with Coach Welch and his coaching and Coach Tark's confidence, I didn't miss a whole lot. Like I was pretty consistent. And we went through, and I'd be on scout team a lot. We'd run, times I'd be running a guy that we're trying to, and we'd run play after play, and it'd be like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 shots in a row, and he'd stop practice and go off like, seriously, you guys can't stop, Phil. Like, how are we gonna stop? But I remember him calling me into his office one day, and him saying this, and I knew. I left, and I was like, no way does he mean that. Yeah. But the fact that he just lied to me to tell me this gives him the most amount of confidence. So he said something to me along the lines. He's like, you are, if not the best, one of the best shooters I've ever coached. And I was like, okay, I know the guys that you've coached, and I know that that's not actually a full truth, but you just said that to me knowing, like, essentially what you're trying to tell me is that, like, I could be. And the fact that you're willing to do that was like, I left like, well, then I want to be that. Like, I want to be that guy that you actually,
No, I echo that, man. I think we talked about that before. He finds a way, and that's coaching too. He finds a way to pull out the best in you, because he always used to tell me stuff, because I get in foul trouble and I have to sit. In college, you get 2 fouls in the first half. You got to sit. So it's a whole thing. And I struggled with that because I was so athletic, and I wanted to. I think I made top 10 blocks all time at Fresno State.
Did.
But I would get in foul trouble. And so he would always like, I want to play you more. I got to play you more. And I'm like, that's a cool problem to have. Your coach tells you he wants to play you more. So that always made me want to find a way to stay on the court longer, obviously.